It's kind of fun to study your enemy and know what they're doing. That's why I always liked Daniel 10, because it's really important to know who your enemy is. And princes, a lot of people don't realize, aren't about Prince, I don't even remember the name. Who was the one that just got married? Maggie or whatever? Can't keep up with all those things. I like Julius Caesar. Et Brute. That's exactly what the king is saying right now to all of the ones that I'm having fun putting light into to dispel the darkness. And well, the thing about it is those princes, you see, they love to fear people from hell and everything because there's no hope for them, you see. So that's why the beastly thing is so good for them, because they want to win you over fully to their side, whether it's their church doctrine, any lies that you can trust that will deny that king. You're on our team. And it's a really wide road. So if you think the Q road was big, the 503C might not be anything. It was just a little part of the Synagogue de Satan, and that Horde Babylonia and all of these, they're all doing this, you see. But the thing is that they got no king. Well, they got Lucifer, but the problem is that he's got too many lies and hate, and his plans are shifting sands. Because as the time gets late, they get crazier in the quicksand. So that's why you want to get, that song is so huge right now. Sometimes it's so good to sing these songs like The Joy of the Lord is my strength. People say that, how can I be so mad and laugh? Well, the joy of the Lord is my strength. And I thought this would be a war, but I couldn't figure out why he wanted me to work out. Now I see why. Because he's going to get mad with a lot of these liars who are all chubby, and they're probably going to have to go surfing. I don't know with what they're going to wear, but it's probably going to be like he was on the cross. You know what I'm saying? Like a little reverse mirror stuff, especially for pastors who love to surf. So it's always good to think about truth and feed plenty of it into your mind. That's why I say, hey, King Hypnosis is just play the book of Matthew. The whole thing is great. It's like a comedy, literally, especially if you look at right now. History is repeating itself. You just got to get more than that Days of Elijah song. It's a beautiful song, but if we're in it, we need to get on Elijah's side. And no, I'm not trying to say I'm him. I'm just trying to do what he did. And so I understand now why he was having fun with the sword. And I'm glad I don't have to do it. Don't get me wrong. I've got enough people saying things about me, but I'll tell you one thing. That was one of those things is sometimes you pray and you don't know what you pray for, right? So, well, in the chat rooms, I was having a lot of problems with overtyping or whatever, arthritis stuff. Well, I'm not that old, but you know what I'm saying. Just overuse. I'm sure some of you had over thumbing, and because I'm not one-eyed, but I am a little blind in one eye. But anyway. So, the finger typing thing, I get my thumb burnt out a lot, and so I was getting, icky, and I was just kind of praying, Lord, can you help me with this arthritis? I'm going to have to take aspirin. I hate, I take some baby aspirin sometimes, but I hardly take it. And so, I was like, I need it for too much coffee. But so I was like, please, Lord, can you help me with this thing that's bothering me? And then I went on this chat, and suddenly I can't type. The type thing glitches, and all of a sudden it goes to the microphone, and it's Google Assistant. Yes, can I help you? And at first it was glitchy with King till he started yelling King, and then finally understood me because it was saying all these other things besides King. And then once I started yelling at it and it started working, well, then I started like getting relief on my thumb, so I started having a lot of fun. But it wasn't good because I like to like make all caps for the King, and it didn't like my all cap stuff. Well, maybe there was a mod thing there. I don't know. But it was really fun, and the fun thing is that I could talk faster than I could type. And the funny thing was that when Greg Laurie was talking, well, he couldn't keep up. Because I was like putting so much scripture out there, like chapters at a time, that he was just like trying to jump all over the map. Denial is not a river in Egypt, but it can be a plague. But I think it's a plague of the heart that makes you so lost. Because, see, that's what I love about Jesus. He's so funny. And in the Matthew, you got to read it because it shows you exactly that's why the church is Titanic right now. You can totally see it. If you read Matthew and Revelation, they fit perfect together. Whatever anybody told you, forget it. Just read them both, and you'll just be totally like, aha. I see. And you'll be loving Passion 2 because that's exactly what's happening. So you want to watch Passion 1 and get back on it? It's all good because I tell you what, I got stories about that movie if you haven't seen it. Watch that video on how sound is the doctrine of Mel Gibson. I proved it full on, and I tell you what, Mel Gibson was Braveheart making that, and I'm related to whatever. I'm just so with him on that same page. So get ready for Passion 2 and the King, and it's all good from here. But you got to remember the 2 greatest commandments and pray. Remember to pray because we need perspective, especially for those closest to us and our families who are really the ones that think we're nuts, because the thing is, that's the problem. Too much given and much is required. So the ones that you've been talking to for a long time, they've been hearing it and ignoring it, well, they might be already getting used to you and know-it-alls like, Dad, whatever. I'm not saying my sons are there yet, but there are a few that, well, I don't know, but I'm praying. But you see what I'm saying? It's just, you got to just keep trying to show love. And watch out when that witchcraft of complaining comes full on, because that's the hint that there's some powers there that don't like you that might not, you know what I mean? So you just got to beware and, like, love and try to say, hey, can't take too much more complaining, so what's the point here, whatever. Try to be loving and pray for them, and that's a big thing. So you pray for a perspective in all of these things, and I don't think that's anything more that I was going to say, but I get a little mixed up because I do say a lot, but people say, what are you doing? And I love it when people say, are you working yet? Trying to. I'm working for my King, but everybody understands the work. They just think I'm nuts. But if you're on the same page and you can do something to spread seed, it's not that hard, really. Just gotta love others like you love yourself, and we got too much self-love. That's the biggest demon of all, so that's all you gotta remember. You get rid of self-love and start loving others, so the King will be more happy to come. And no one won't look like a bunch of dead mummies, and he won't feel like such a cheated on bride going, you whore, you.